Hi everyone, my name is Svetlana and this video is going to be completely in English. There are two main reasons why I would like to express myself in English. Well, the first is that yesterday I've watched two videos in English from polyglots and they persuaded me to make my own series of my knowledge about my language skills. And the second reason is that I haven't had any English lessons since I guess last week, so I didn't have any practice for 7 days, and that's terrible, especially before my final exams. So let's start with my story, which was started by my mom. My mom decided to send me to English courses when I was around 5. I was living in Russia when I was in that age, and I didn't have English classes at my school. It was my second language, which I was studying for 3 years besides the school. At the Russian school, I had German. I wasn't able to speak or come up with some, basic phrases. I remember the first year of studying was a bit weird because we went to Spain and my rubber ring was blown by wind on a random man. And I was like, oh, I should say something, but I don't know what because I wasn't that quick in my thinking. I didn't apologize. Even my mom told me the phrase I should use. Before moving to Slovakia, we have visited Slovakia a few times. The first time was at winter and we went skiing. My mom was able to ski, but I wasn't. She rented a trainer who was Slovak and I didn't know Slovak, so I was supposed to use English. And it was pretty good from my side, so it wasn't that bad, but it still wasn't perfect as it could be. When we moved in Slovakia, I attended a school where were a class who had 2 foreign languages. I was supposed to learn Slovak, English and German at school at the same time. On the first plan came Slovak because that's official language of Slovakia, so it would be really good if I know this. I started working really hard on it and English and German went on a back plan. Yeah, next years were really tough, especially when I didn't give a fuck what's going on German. When I changed the school, I changed the second language. The German was replaced by Spanish, where I also suffered from almost everything. And what about English? Like, we had been learning some vocabulary which I was able to use. It was like water, apple, bread and some basic stuff. But when I went to another school, which is the best school in Slovakia, I had unexpectedly too much of information of studying, so I didn't pay attention on those lessons. So when my classmates were able to express themselves on a really high level, I was like beep beep bobo. My name is Svetlana and I am 19 years old. It was difficult. And also we had real mystery with our teachers. The first teacher we had, he went away after a half year because he found a new job opportunity, so he was replaced some young woman who left us in the end of the school year. And next 2 years, I guess, we had a really weird teacher who was just like playing with us and we hadn't learned anything, and she didn't have any respect between us. We were making fun of her, and it wasn't something unusual when she ran away from our class crying. I had 2 years of break from English. And in the 9th grade, when I had my first grade mental breakdown, we had a teacher who was speaking without accent, and she studied with us hard, or at least harder than other teachers. And after that year, I knew that English, I hate English, and I don't want to study that. But I got to the best high school in Slovakia. English was mandatory. I got to one of the worst groups. First of all, I would like to say thank you, Miss Molnarova, for giving me hope in myself. And after 2 years, she left. I thought I would be suffering with the new teacher. But thank you, Mr. Tarasovic. Thank you for improving our knowledge, because now I'm able to express myself and my opinion in almost every occasion. So now I'm on a B2 level, and I won't stop on this level. I would like to improve it. So first of all, I would like to tell you some tips and advices for studying language, especially English. First of all, decide whether you want to study. If you don't, then just find another language. It's not that difficult during our globalization era. It doesn't really matter which language you know, because everyone and everything is important. Just you work. If you decided to learn English anyways. So, first of all, find a purpose, because when you study for a job and when you study for yourself on your daily using, for example, watching TV or something, you study in different ways, because during job you need a certificate like C1, for example, and when you study for yourself you just remember a few words and it's just fun. If you want to study for your job, please find a good teacher, because you saw it from my experience. Until I've met Miss Molnarova, I had huge troubles in it. I was struggling in talking and using this fucking language. And now look at me. I'm making video in English, and that's perfect from my side, I guess. Even if you don't want to find any good teacher, find a motivation. Like watch videos, maybe the easiest one, or read some books, also the easiest, but just look at your progress, just check it. How to learn it when you just started? Well, we have different levels: A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2. I want to say that the first 3 levels are really for beginners. And when you study, you can use any sources, you can use internet, you can use, I don't know, some lists with vocabulary. But when you reach the higher level as B2, please read, watch and listen twice more. Because now I've noticed the huge black hole in my knowledge. Grammar, which I just made better, and I improved that by reading a book and doing some exercises, but vocabulary sucks. And now I'm reading, I'm watching and just using English as much as possible. When you reach B2 level, since then you supposed to use it almost every day. Since then you cannot use just simple Google Translate or any other dictionary, I mean from English to Russian and reversed. Instead of it, please use Cambridge Dictionary or Oxford Dictionary, which explains you the word in English. First of all, what's good on it? You practice English, improve your creativity, and you are getting faster in translations. Second of all, you can find example sentences so you can see that in the context, do word formation. So from one word you can learn 10 words. For example, noun, verb, adverb, adjective. I guess there are negative forms. Isn't it perfect? Try to study like that when you're on higher level. And I would like to recommend you one book. This is perfect. That's the book named English Grammar in Use. You will never find a better grammar explanations than there are in this book. That's a treasure. Everything you can find here. If you are struggling with your grammar, just this is your solution, only solution I guess. This is really helpful book. First of all, it's all in English. You won't find anything in Russian or any other language. English. First of all, you practice English, you learn grammar, and you have exercises to practice English in your head. Just go outside or stay in your room and describe the room. Or just think in English. Remember that any language is difficult. It depends on you how to study. It depends on you how much or how many hours you spend on it. It's up to you which mood you set up on your study. If you don't want to study, don't study. If you do want, but it doesn't go, just use language everywhere, every time if it's possible. For me, exercising is the best way on how to study or learn any language. That's all from my side. I'd like to thank you for your attention. If you like the video, please click the thumbs up button. Please subscribe on my channel because recently I've been talking about this topic too much. I'd like to say thank you one more time. My name is Svetlana and goodbye.